How are you with Kirk Herbstreit and David Pollack? I'm Scott Van Pelt. Big-time college football down in Houston to get things kicked off. The first annual AdvoCare Texas Kickoff. You've got the Big 12 represented very nicely with Oklahoma State, sort of a coin flip favorite in that league with a number of other teams. And Mississippi State, Dan Mullen and that rugged SEC West trying to really just survive, I think, the SEC. And they've got a tough one to start things off. As you look at Oklahoma State, Herbie, the dynamic offense is as much fun to watch as anybody in the country. What do you like most about them?
The great thing about late August is college football is about to start. And to me, this is a great matchup week one, where you have Oklahoma State, who's going to score a lot of points against a Mississippi State team that a lot of people are forgetting about in the SEC West. But you know they're going to be better this year than they were a year ago. The thing I love about Oklahoma State is the quarterback, Clint Chelf, has a kind of a chip on his shoulder, and that's the way he plays. Got a great receiver in Josh Stewart, a lot of playmakers. They're going to score 40. And can Mississippi State slow them down is what I want to see in this game.
It's amazing, Oklahoma State, what they've been able to do. And you look at, they have another new offensive coordinator. Their last three, Larry Fedora, Dana Holgorsen, and Todd Monken, all head coaches now. And it's just reload, next freak up at quarterback.
And they lose
next
quarterbacks to the NFL receivers.
Blackman, Des Bryant. I mean, the talent that they've been able to bring in has been outstanding. 6 straight 1,000-yard rushers as well. So they have balance. They just score. Okay, when do we talk about their defense?
It better be this year.
And it better be back to the turnovers. Create turnovers, more possessions for your offense, because it's not a defense that's been particularly good at lining up and just being able to stop you consistently.
It's a lot of talk about Oklahoma State. On the Mississippi State side, if I'm Dan Mullen, I think it's an important year for them. Look, you get there, you talk Stark Vegas, you go to some bowl games, okay. But then after a while, folks start folding their arms and they want to say, when are we going to take the next step? What has to happen down there for Dan Mullen and Mississippi State to make the next jump?
Well, I think consistent play from Tyler Russell, the quarterback. You know, I think last year they got away from being who they were, and I think they had some key injuries, and they just never seemed to get on track, and I think it affected their confidence. So what's interesting about 2013 for Dan Mullen is they're not easing into their schedule. This is a heavyweight game considering what happened to them a year ago. So I think the big thing in this game is it's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to score points, and Russell's going to have to stay up with Oklahoma State.
Do you remember that 7-0 start from Mississippi State a year ago?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Right.
I mean, but Tyler Russell, Dan Mullen, it was such a switch from pro-style offense last year, more pro-style with him from Chris Relf a year ago. It'll be interesting to see how that continues to grow and flourish.
So it's down there in Reliant Stadium in Houston, Oklahoma State, Mississippi State, 2:30 Eastern on ABC and ESPN2. Ticket information, you can go to Ticketmaster or to the ticket offices of either Oklahoma State or Mississippi State. For Kirk Herbstreit and my man right here, David Pollack, I'm Scott Van Pelt.